Hello, all you beautiful people out there. I am Mrs. Realistic. Welcome back to the channel. We have, I'm assuming, the to be continued from Samson's last video, and this is Sincerely a Taxpayer. I am super excited to see this. Samson has been MIA for a while, so these last two videos have been very welcome to see. So without further ado, let's see what he's got to say. His garage. And his beautiful mullet.
I'm hurting. I can feel my money draining. They take everything I make and you wonder why I'm complaining. I break my neck to make this money, then they just come and take it from me. My wages ain't that great in the first place. I should be paying you nothing, but they keep on coming and they keep on taking. These motherfuckers go ham on me every time I bring them the bacon. And I wonder what it's for. Ukraine, great, funding a war. Have we spent enough yet? Should I guess not? Look, here they come for some more. Fuck me, I'm sore. Sucks being poor. You had the same job for the last 6 years, wasn't struggling before. Back when Trump was in office, fuck all the junk that they called him. I never saw any of the shit that people always said he was in the comments. All of it was nonsense. I ain't even trying to ride him either. I'm just saying you gotta admit this shit was fine when he was the leader. It was fine when he was in charge. I never saw bills as high as they are. I never got chills just literally thinking about filling up my car. It shouldn't be that way. I don't care about Russia or Ukraine, but I do care about my own country. Is that insane? I care a lot about all the tons of money that we're paying because it's mine, not yours, and I'm the one that feels the pain. I get taxed on my fucking ass for every dime I make. It'd be fine if they would spend my money wisely, but no way. It'd be great if they would take it and pay for important shit that benefited you and me and not just wage wars with it. And where the fuck are...
That is exactly the way I feel. If I knew my tax dollars were going to something really important, something that actually benefited us, I don't understand why there isn't just a flat tax. That way everybody would pay the same percentage of their income. Now, I've had this conversation before with other people. I believe when the taxation first was introduced, it was between 1% and 3%. I've heard and read varying statistics, and that was a flat tax. The politicians are all paid out of our pockets. This system is broken here.
Pay for important shit that benefited you and me and not just wage wars with it. And where the fuck are all the liberals? I thought you stood against this shit. I thought the war machine was your enemy. Now you're friends with it? Now you want to go to war? Now you want to fight? Now you want to pick sides in a feud where everyone is white? Now you want to get involved and go and blow a person up? I'm just saying, I'm surprised this altercation ain't diverse enough. No one deserves this stuff. I just don't believe the tears you weep. Countries where brown people get bombed every day. I don't hear a peep, you fucking hypocrites. Thought the race thing was your shtick. I thought as long as white people were involved, you don't give a shit. Those are your words, not mine. I'm just wondering why. Why do we have endless money for them and none for Hawaii? Why is it every time...
Oh, wow. I have talked about this before, very recently. How much money have we sent to Ukraine? Has it helped them? Have we seen anything as a result of the 75-odd billion dollars that we've sent over there? And yet it would cost $5 billion to rebuild everyone's house in Lahaina. I don't understand how the priorities are so skewed and so off course, but the people are fed up with it. The people in Lahaina are literally homeless, and we all know it's probably a land grab. You can go deeper down that rabbit hole if you'd like, but I've heard from people who live there, and I've heard from people who have interviewed all of the locals and what they saw and things that happened, and I mean, it's such an absolute shit show. I can't even believe it's happening in 2023 when they are part of America and they have been treated like they don't exist. And yet we can give $75 billion to Ukraine. And then you see Zelensky and his wife on the cover of Vanity Fair. I mean, this is clown world. Where is the attention for these people who have lost everything and might never be able to rebuild? I just can't. I can't. It's this administration and this government is absolutely corrupt, and it's disgusting.
Wondering why do we have endless money for them and none for Hawaii? Why is it every time Zelensky needs a loan from someone, we're the only ones that give it to him like we owe him something? We got issues of our own here at home that no one's discussing, and they keep growing cause no one in power is gonna do nothing. We're stuck. How the fuck we gonna help somebody else when we can't even reach inside our own pockets to help ourselves? We could allocate that money to our own people in different ways, to clothe and feed and bathe and let them know it'll be okay. We could definitely do that. Don't tell me it's not that simple. People overcomplicate this and make it some fucking riddle like can't just feed everyone, are you insane? You know how much that costs? Way less than we've sent to Ukraine, I know that for sure. You don't have to be a mathematician or a foreign relations expert to figure out that division. You don't have to draw a graph to see it would cost a fraction to solve half of the problems we have and stop them from happening. I'm just saying, what kind of fucking world we living in? So many billions we've given them, when's Europe chipping in? When we gonna start splitting and stirring up the dividends and begin telling other nations it's your turn to lend a hand? Listen, I don't think Ukraine deserves any of this, but I also don't think Zelensky is as great as they said he is. I don't believe the media when they blurt shit on their shows. You'd have to be naive to think this dude's as pure as driven snow. No one is, especially when you run a nation, dog. Your morals are compromised the minute that you take the job. So I don't trust Zelensky, Putin, Biden, or anyone. I don't think any of them give a fuck about all us little ones. All the people of Russia, all the people of Ukraine, most of the people of the USA probably feel the same. We don't want this shit, it's only the elites that do. They line their pockets, they profit from this, but not from me and you. Quite the contrary, in fact, we pay for it with our lives and money. They take chunks of everything we make and soldiers die for nothing.
You know, that's like such a good point. I mean, all of this money that is, I'm willing to bet a lot of it's not actually going to Ukraine. You know, this is how politicians make money and end up multimillionaires, as I've said before. I feel like I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again, but it's true. Where's the help for the homeless veterans? Where's the help for these people who, what is that stuff that they're on the streets that turns them into a zombie? We've seen the streets of Philadelphia. We've seen the streets of California. We've seen it in a lot of very large cities. And I even saw a video of my home province where the east side of Vancouver now looks like Philadelphia. It's these people who are literally just hunched over, completely whacked out of their mind, and it's not even safe to go down there anymore. But instead, we're going to give them clean needle programs and free crack pipes. These people used to be somebody's baby. They had a life at some point, and we're just going to, oh well, but let's send more money overseas. How about helping the veterans who went overseas and fought for this country that you say you love so much? Talk to some veterans and see how they feel about that, because I know there's a lot of very disgruntled ex-military out there.
We pay for it with our lives and money. They take chunks of everything we make and soldiers die for nothing, so they can gain some more power and keep their banks fat, and all we get is table scraps. Fuck yeah, it makes me mad. Fuck yeah, I get upset. We're constantly ignored. Why the fuck I gotta pay for this? I don't want this war. How the Pentagon have $6 billion unaccounted for, but when I do my taxes, I'm afraid to be $1 short. I'm afraid I'll go to jail.
Wesley Snipes found that out, didn't he, guys? If you're even more wealthy, nothing happens to you. Yeah, every time tax season rolls around, I get anxious. I hate it. I hate tax season. But just try and not pay your taxes and see what happens. You do not want to play that game. So we got to play their game.
But when I do my taxes, I'm afraid to be $1 short. I'm afraid I'll go to jail. I'm afraid I'll do some time if I don't pay you back the money that you wasted. That was mine. I can't keep quiet anymore. It's impossible to shut up. I'm sick and tired of being responsible for all your fuck-ups. But the question is, what we gonna do about it? There's never a plan of action. All we seem to do is shout it, and I'm guilty of it too. Always bitching and complaining, never walking, always talking, always lipping off and saying I'ma do shit, but I don't. And to be honest with you, that's the reason I don't make a lot of songs, and that's the truth. I'm sick of bumping my gums. I'm tired of flapping my jibs. Something needs to be done, and I don't know if rapping is it. We need a real solution, but we need to get together first, because unless we're all in this as a whole, it'll never work. However, what do I know? I'm just a moron with a pen, but there's power in numbers, and there's more of us than them.
Yes, there's more of us than them. If we all do this, if we all do that. But most of us just sit here like I am, complaining about it, because what do you do as one person? Unless you have an entire group of hundreds of thousands of people, what do you really do? I don't know that, as Dax said, how many presidents does it take? I don't know that that even makes a difference anymore. Who's really running the country? That is the real question. And I don't think it's the president.
On with a pen, but there's power in numbers, and there's more of us than them.
The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on, continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all, at all, at all.
Well, there you have it, folks. As the great George Carlin said, it's a big club and you ain't in it. That's us. So how do we go about changing it? I don't have a clue. We're the little people that make the world run, but as technology is advancing, it seems like those elite need us less and less. Depopulation, all in the name of saving the planet. For any of you who haven't seen that famous Bill Gates clip on TED Talk, see if you can look it up. Well, I have had my daily dose of reality thanks to Samson. I guess that's why he's not doing videos so much. It probably is exhausting for him, because I think that there's a whole lot of people who are in this exact boat. You know, we're tired of it. We're angry with the way things are being run. And I think that it doesn't matter even what country you're in, because it's happening all over. Inflation isn't just, we're not in a bubble. It's not only happening here. I know that in England, there's a huge cost of living crisis. It's happening in Canada. It's happening here. And I'm sure in many other places. The middle class is being phased out. It's like it doesn't even exist anymore. For us to be able to buy a home, it's probably not in the cards for us anymore. We are still renting. And with the cost of housing going up as much as it has, even here where it's considered cheap, it's just not within our means anymore. So the middle class are being priced out, and I have a feeling it's by design. They're $200,000 more than they were when we first moved to this neighborhood 6 years ago. So thank goodness we have a great landlord, because we'll probably be staying here a while. So with that said, have a wonderful day, everyone. Let's try to think more positive. And as I always say, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.